I'm Bob Forrester along with sidekick and bar food connoisseur Chuck Parker. We've been traveling these U.S. back roads for over 20 years, finding some of the most unique and historical fun gathering places that still exist from days of their origin, each with their own and sometimes very strange personalities. So join Chuck and me on an incredible adventure. Experience the history, the fun, sample the food and specialty drinks, and witness some of the most secretive historical establishments on America's back roads bars. Today, we're heading up to Lafayette County, Wisconsin. We're off, Chuck.
We're off to see the wizard.
Well, it was exciting starting out today. I didn't know what we were going to expect.
Anybody in there can buy a paint stick. It's $1. After you get a paint stick, then they also have 13 little tags with numbers. They drop them in the paper bag. Then they reach in and pull it out. You win a package of ribeyes, chicken breast, pork chops. I mean, you can win anything.
Oh, you've been there a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Don't go off the street there, Bob.
Try not to.
I'd like to live to see the meat panel.
You know what's unique? You just never know what you're going to find in these backwoods. New Diggins General Store and Inn, located in Wisconsin, is about 150 miles from Chicago. This Taberna Inn establishment, as they were called in the early founding days of our country, was built in 1844. Like hundreds of others back then, bars like this one sprung up as resting stops for weary travelers crossing the country, and they were gathering places, news centers, where patrons discussed politics and issues of the day, and were often the first buildings to start a county or a community. There's a story behind each of these family-owned and operated establishments, and you will only find them on the inside roads of our nation. Each bar certainly has its own historical personality, and owners and operators Lou Uran and wife Kelly Kerrigan of New Diggins General Store and Inn certainly have kept the history alive with their own personal stamp.
Hey, Lou. Chuck, Lou. What's going on?
Kelly?
Kelly, nice to meet you.
So yeah,
This is pretty cool. I first met Lou today, and I think Lou was a great guy. Character of the bar, I think, rocks too, because I don't think they changed anything for 100 years. I think the floor's original, walls are original, the outside's original, the roof's original, and I think that there's a lot of character that you don't see in other bars anywhere.
The history of the bar itself, I think that's why people come here, and the uniqueness of it.
Lucky number 1 strikes again.
What do I think of them starting the meat pail? I think it's genius.
Lucky number 7.
The meat paddle itself is very unique. I mean, I came in here a couple years ago and they got these paint sticks and they're raffling them off for $1. And I'm like, the heck is this, you know? I guess I'll buy one. Next thing I know, I want a package of ribeyes and I want some chicken breasts. It's like, this is pretty unique. I've never seen this any place, and I've been in a lot of places.
We just go to our local butcher. We believe in supporting local, and we get 25 to 30 packages of meat in $15 increments. Then we'll sell 15 paint sticks at a time, $1 a piece to the patrons. And once we sell those, we'll draw a number, and whoever's number comes up wins that package of meat for $1.
And where he came up with this idea after reading about the Depression and how it's a phenomenal thing. I mean, he gets packed in there. You guys seen it. It was a great time. I loved it.
What you see now, floors, walls, and ceilings, 1890. And original footprint, limestone basements, 1844.
Which one's the bordello in?
One.
That's where we're sleeping.
I could spend days in there and probably not see everything he has in there.
When we first bought the bar, there wasn't a very good feeling here. There's one spirit upstairs and one spirit downstairs.
It's going to be a little creepy night tonight staying in this place.
I've come to lock the back door, and the old rocking chair is the rocking.
The rocker right there?
The rocker right there that was actually brought for the Christmas auction, donated.
Oh,
No
wow.
one took it, so I threw $20 in the pot and kept it here. And
Oh, somebody's enjoying it.
yes, they are.
At one point, this burnt down, and then a new one came around. And then it was a general store for a long time.
This looks phenomenal and it looks homemade.
It is homemade, definitely. We've been smoking the brisket for hours and the pulled pork, and I've been making my own barbecue sauce for 13 years now.
This is unbelievable.
We've got probably 50 different kinds of beers, and we specialize in a few with our New Glarus and Leinenkugels and stuff, but we also make a Moscow Mule. We can do that because we've got a orange-based wine vodka. Take
this is interesting.
little lime. You always run the edge with your lime. Squeeze your lime in. A little wine-based vodka.
What is actually a wine-based vodka?
It is actually vodka made from wine.
Oh, that's interesting.
The difference is it's not distilled, it's fermented.
Oh,
That's one of our summer favorites there. We also do a Diggs Dew, which starts with your same, a little more generous with this one.
I see that.
And then we finish this off with a Not Your Father's Mountain Ale,
All right.
which is a cross between Mountain Dew and Squirt. Both in the copper cups, and they're pretty damn delicious. You can get away with ginger ale when you have true vodka, which is 80 proof, but since
Wow,
ours
this
is
is
only 40
interesting
proof,
taste.
we bump it up a little bit with the beer.
So there you have it. You want a refreshing drink? Right here. New Diggins General Store and Inn.
Oh, drone shot.
I've heard of people crapping on you, but not animals. And then to pick up a parrot and hold him? Yeah, I guess that was just a day of excrement on Bob. Hey, what can I say, you know? Very much. Here we are on the road again, traveling to Lud Mine, Wisconsin, which is directly north of New Diggins, approximately 6 to 7 miles. Both of these unique taverns are located in southwestern Wisconsin. So Chuck, here we are at Lud Mine with owner Dave Lakey.
How you doing, Dave? What's going on,
Nice to
brother?
see you.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Thanks for stopping out.
Nice place you got here.
Thank you.
You know, one thing I like about this, you know, back in New Diggins, you can't get any mixed drinks at all. It's a dry town. But 10 minutes away here, you can come into Dave's and you can get a mixed drink.
A mixed drink. We
Yeah,
might come in and have a mixed drink there, Davey.
I'll serve you one.
I got to tell you,
Or two.
how did you end up coming here? Because I understand you just bought it not too long ago.
I bought the bar 3 months ago. I'm originally from Shellisburg. I live in Lancaster, Wisconsin now, and Pat and Phyllis Tracy, the previous owners, were friends of mine. And just sitting at the bar one night, and I decided that I didn't like the business I was in before, and I always wanted to own a bar, and so here I am.
There you go, midlife crisis.
Midlife
right here,
crisis.
baby.
Most guys get a Corvette. I bought a bar.
That's fine.
So I got to ask you about that back bar. It looks really old.
I hear it's from the 1840s, and the story that was told to me was that they originally out west for the gold rush, and the beer companies bought those for the bars out there.
Mm-hmm.
And as the gold rush faded, then they started moving them more back east, and that's where it came from.
Oh, no
So,
kidding, huh?
Yep.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you telling me a story about some guy sent you an article of a bartender or something that used to be here?
Yeah, his name was Louis Longhenry. He's from Tippecanoe, Indiana. He sent me a picture with a little note in it that explained about the history of the bar back then, and it had the pictures of all the people in it. It's from 1913, and it's a picture of his. Apparently, the bartender in the picture was his great uncle. So it was kind of neat getting that in the mail.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yep.
Well, listen, Chuck, I think we should go and have a mixed drink.
I think so.
All right, come
You
on.
mind pouring me one, Davey?
I'll buy you one.
All right, let's go.
That's what I like to hear.
During the Civil War, northwest Illinois and southwestern Wisconsin, a lot of the Lud came from the north of the Civil War. This was a very labor-intensive job. I don't believe I'd want to be a miner. I'd probably be the guy selling shovels and the dynamite. Once in a while, I like to check out some historic sites that are close to some of the taverns I visit, and this is one of them. This is just north of Dubuque on Highway 52, where the James and the Youngers held out with Jesse James's stepfather's brother before they headed north to Northfield, Minnesota to rob a bank, which failed miserably. Here we are inside the Childers' home. Now this is pretty cool. Look at this cabin. How many people can say they can stand in the same spot where the Youngers and the Jameses were? I doubt too many, exactly where they were. Who would know that there's this little cabin that still exists with a house built over it with a log cabin in it where the James and the Youngers sat?
We bought this in 1976, 100 years after they were here.
Oh wow, that is coincidental.
We didn't know that this cabin had all this history on it until later on, and we found that out. And then When I was remodeling, I took the plaster and lath off the walls and found the cabin that was hidden behind years of upkeep. Frank and Jesse James was related to the man who homesteaded here, and what their relation was is their stepfather was a cousin to Presley Samuel, and Presley Samuel homesteaded this in 1836.
Oh, wow. So that was the summer of 1876, right?
Correct.
These here are all artifacts that Gary found around the property. Unbelievable. From a saw to, I don't know if anybody knows what this is. This is for cutting ice. So Chuck, this Backroads bar definitely lived up to its reputation today with great food, fun, entertainment, and those haunted rooms upstairs. I cannot wait to see where we're going to next. This whole area is littered with mines. Lead, and then later on they learned how to get the zinc out. And a lot of quartz in here. Wherever you found quartz, you found some type of ore. Check this out. There's bats in here. Hey, little guys. What are you doing? Oh, look at these. I think I just pissed them off. Hey, little man. It's your buddy Bob.